break some of these things down, because there's a couple fights that have been passed by that I haven't spoke to you about. And one of those ones is Shakur Stevenson with Delos Santos. You told me that you've worked with Stevenson, you've seen the performance. Their team said that something was wrong with his hand. Uh, looking at the performance, what do you believe in that fight specifically?
Um, I do believe that it was probably something wrong with his hand.
Hmm.
It was a lot of people talking about his performance of how he looked. They said they thought it was boring and etc. And a lot of times they compare his fight to my fight. Um, I like Shakur. I like Shakur. I think he can. I think he can fight. I think he's. I want to say he's still a young fighter, but he's right at that point where though he's not really a young fighter, but he's still a young fighter. He's still growing.
A
He's
young
still
vet
growing. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying?
climbing into
Like,
that vet
yeah,
stage.
he's still climbing into that stage. You never really stop. You never stop learning when you in this shit. And when you do stop learning, then that's the problem. So I think he had to deal with adversity. What's life without adversity? I think that was the time that he had to dig deep, be smart. He had to dig deep, be smart, get these rounds in. I ain't gonna do nothing stupid. But shit, boxing is Marcus of Queensbury. It means to hit and not get hit.
Hmm.
I think that's what he did. A lot of times people want you to, of course, at the same time, it's the entertainment business. So sometimes people want you to take chances. They want you to take risks. I believe that there's other ways of taking chances and being or taking risks than just going in there going blow for blow. I think it was just a way he had to deal with adversity. I think that if a situation like that was to happen again, he'll probably be able to handle it a little better. Um, Now, if you want me to be, that's my honest opinion, but my shit was definitely a little more shit. I definitely should have won my fight. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, so
Yeah, because you've been there and done that. As far as feeling that adversity in the ring and still needing to become victorious at the end of the night.
there you go.
We was actually
There
talking
you
about that. Me and Coach Kenny, we were talking about you in that fight with you and Mark Masayo. Yeah, exactly.
What's this? What was he? Masaho. Yeah. And guess what? He lost his very next fight.
He did. He did.
Craziness.
Even into that, like that division, we just seen that WBC belt has been flopping around in different
Oh,
hands.
that Drake man, that motherfucker been. They playing hot potato.
Yeah, so
They
now
playing
Lamont
hot
Peters,
potato.
Lamont Roach.
Lamar
Got,
Roach. Yeah, shout out to the city, man. Shout out to the city, man. Shout out for putting on for the city, man. We got another champion in the city, man, from the city. That's what's up. That's what's up.
so 130. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like 130 this year, and then it's just like.
Like I say, I'm keeping it real with y'all, man. 35 is where I'm real comfortable with.
All right.
I'm real comfortable with 35. If a situation presents itself at 130
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense, sure, we entertain it. I spank something at 30. I spank something at 30.
Now, say when we talk about 35, right? And we talk about the champions and some of these, would you entertain on disrupting a heavy prospect on the way up that needs a name?
Would I entertain? Say that again.
Like for instance, say if
Shit, a heavy disrupting what
no, my
prospect
bad.
or something like
Oh, I said that would you disrupt a prospect on the way up to a title that's touching a title status? Guys like maybe a Keyshawn Davis, or you just want straight title eliminators, title shots.
Oh no, I'm definitely a straight title eliminator, title fighter all day in the book. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, for these guys that's coming up, that's trying to search for a name, I'm not the guy for them to fight right now.
Tell them
You know
why.
what I'm
Why
saying?
is that? Why is that, Gary?
One, because to keep it G with a lot of the younger fighters, I've been doing this shit so long. I heard the OGs used to tell me back in the day, they used to say, Shorty, I done forgot more shit than you learned. You know what I'm saying? That's what the OGs used to say back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's funny.
you know what I'm saying? I think it'd be too risky for them. They trying to get an opportunity to get the title. You know what I'm saying? To get on that throne. It'd be too risky for them to jump in there and say, fight me. I don't give a fuck if it is a shoulder injury or not. It's a risky fucking fight, and it's gonna push you back. You can be mad, get your feelings hurt. So nah, I believe I should be competing against world champions. I'm a world champion caliber fighter all day, straight down the paint. If I could be competing against anyone, it should be someone else on that caliber, world champions.
Well, I mean, now watching, Shakur, and I know that you said you liked him. He got a belt now. He got the WBC belt now. Is that something that, you know, are you looking at? Is that something that you would entertain?
I mean, I entertain anything that makes sense. We are
Because
prize fighters.
they offer what, like Frank Martin a mill. He denied it, a little bit over a mill. He denied it.
See, I don't. This is something that I definitely don't like to get into as far as the particulars of the finances or the actual numbers per se. But I don't entertain anything that makes sense. I can't speak on anyone else, as far as their financial status, or how they conduct themselves as business, but, I do business differently. So, yeah, that's something we'll have to talk about in person.
But will you go straight into a Shakur Stevenson fight? Because he got one more fight with Top Rank, and then he's the free agent.
I mean, I feel like I already answered that question. I'll entertain anything that's worth entertaining. You know what
And
I'm saying?
what does that fight look like then?
What you mean?
Like, what does it look like? What in your eyes? What do you see that fight looks like stylistically and the result?
Uh, if it materializes, then we'll see.